Hello, Jackson County Schools. I'm Troy Johnson with the Teaching and Learning Department. I'm here with Ms. Konarski at West Jackson Middle School, and we're just highlighting more of the remarkable learning experiences that we have going on throughout our schools. Ms. Konarski, tell us a little bit about the lesson that we've got going on today and what we'll be seeing students do.
So today's lesson was about political cartoons, and so I teach language arts and social studies, and so we like to blend and mix those together all the time. And so being able to look through the eyes of what you would see through an image is really important for students to be able to discuss that. So a lot of times we take those cartoons and we look at them and we analyze them, and so we allow the students just to kind of discuss and be able to see through the eyes. It pulls up imagery and figurative language and what symbols are being seen. So we've talked quite a bit about that.
Through the lens of the teacher, what are some things that you're looking for as you're going around and listening into the student conversations and looking at the student responses?
Well, many times I put the political cartoons in after we've taken some of the notes. So when we started the lesson, we took notes, and so what I want to do is, or what I would like to be able to see from students is, did they understand the notes? So this is a way for them to be able to take those notes and say, ooh, I got it because I can apply it to this image or picture. And so it takes practice. We've practiced them multiple times, but being able to dive into those deep discussions, and then we translate it into language arts because we say, okay, what are the symbols, and what sort of figurative language pieces or figurative symbols are in that text compared to the image that we see, and what's the juxtaposition of it, because that's really where it comes in. So that's an important feature for students.
Well, we look forward to see that. As far as the blending of the different content standards, I'm hearing from you a lot about taking this, the standards for social studies and the standards for English language arts and putting those together. Sometimes traditionally some people want to isolate those. How are you finding putting them together has worked for you and your students?
It gives me so much more time, I have to be honest, because I don't have just a social studies lesson. We end up talking for our two segments that we have now, and it can all be a language arts segment, and it can be blended through the social studies. We're reading the text, we're talking about the notes, what's important, what's not important. We're reading through historical documents or just articles, and so it really makes my life so much easier because it's not just one. Like, I don't have to just teach language arts, I teach it through multiple different ways, and it's interesting for the students. Like, I found their interest is so much more because there are ways to blend those together.
Well, we look forward to see this authentic lesson and seeing students integrate social studies and English language arts together. Thank you.
I want you to take those 3 notes and I want you to tell me what's the most important information. Are we going to write every word? So if we're studying these, we're saying, what do I need to know? Then I want you to take and go take those color pencils and markers and go through and tell me if I'm studying, what are the words that I use?
So it looks like this is metaphor.
He's a poor person. What do you think? How do you know that he's important?
He's dressed differently.
He is dressed
But it's not like literal on.
So then they're looking at it. They're all looking at it.
It wouldn't be like cheers.
Okay.
If you all
holding
take
the
the
numbers.
percent,
That's just
so
counting the side,
the
right?
metaphor is not
Kind of
the
decided.
metaphor is splitting
All right, so what's
There's 6 people. Well, the cake will be representing our family. So
Having done this, do you think now when you look at some of the cartoons, either in newspapers or some that you can find online, so what is one of the most powerful representations within the cartoon to you?
What's the major handwriting?
And based on what y'all have just worked on in class with the note-taking activity, is there anything, if you wanted to add to that cartoon that you think is missing or that you might want to see in there, if you can talk about it?
I think if they label the chairs to see which country, like Great Britain and like one of the big major countries, and who conquered more of Africa, and you get a better perspective of who gets what, like who gets Nigeria, who gets Democrat, who conquers where, like who conquers French land, and then who cuts it out.
Well, thank you for your insights and sharing what y'all done in college. Thank you for visiting with us at West Jackson Middle School as we visited Ms. Konarski's classroom. We had an opportunity to see how she's working with her students to infuse social studies and English language arts standards so that kids can make connections past the content.